Hello, and welcome to Jesus Leads Bible Journey. We're so glad you're here as we continue walking through the books of the Bible, chapter by chapter, word by word. Today we begin a brand new book in the Old Testament. Numbers, also known as Dan So Ki in Vietnamese, is the fourth book of the Bible. It tells the story of the Israelites' journey from Mount Sinai to the borders of the Promised Land. In this book, we'll see moments of deep faith and also rebellion. We'll witness God's holiness, His discipline, and His unwavering faithfulness to a people He loves. The name Numbers comes from the two censuses taken, one at the beginning and one near the end. But more than numbers, this book is about order, obedience, and trust during the wilderness journey. Chapter 1, Tosorir, the census of Israel's armies. The Lord spoke to Moses in the tent of meeting in the desert of Sinai, on the first day of the second month of the second year after the Israelites came out of Egypt. He said, "Take a census of the whole Israelite community by clans and families, listing every man by name, one by one. You and Aaron are to count all the men 20 years old or more who are able to serve in Israel's army. From each tribe, appoint a leader to help you." These were the names of the leaders. From Reuben, Elizur, son of Shadur. From Simeon, Shelumiel, son of Zurishaddai. From Judah, Nahshon, son of Amminadab. From Issachar, Nethanel, son of Zuar. From Zebulun, Eliab, son of Helon. From Ephraim, Elishama, son of Ammihud. From Manasseh, Gamaliel, son of Pedazur. From Benjamin, Abidan, son of Gideoni. From Dan, Ahiezer, son of Amishadai. From Asher, Pagiel, son of Okran. From Gad, Eliasaph, son of Deuel. From Naphtali, Ahira, son of Anan. These were the men appointed from the community, leaders of their ancestral tribes. They were the heads of the clans of Israel. So Moses and Aaron took these men whose names had been given, and they called the whole community together on the first day of the second month. They registered them by clans and families, listing every man by name, 20 years old or more, just as the Lord commanded Moses. And here are the numbers from each tribe. From Reuben, 46,500. From Simeon, 59,300. From Gad, 45,600. From Judah, 74,600. From Issachar, 54,400. From Zebulun, 57,400. From Ephraim, 40,500. From Manasseh, 32,200. From Benjamin, 35,400. From Dan, 62,700. From Asher, 41,500. From Naphtali, 53,400. The total number of men 20 years old or more, able to serve in Israel's army, was 603,550. But the Levites were not counted among them, because the Lord had said to Moses, "The tribe of Levi is to be set apart. Do not count them or include them in the census. Instead, appoint the Levites to be in charge of the tabernacle of the covenant law, all its furnishings and everything belonging to it. Whenever the tabernacle is to move, the Levites are to take it down, and whenever it is to be set up, they are to do the work. Anyone else who approaches it is to be put to death." The Israelites did all this just as the Lord commanded Moses. God begins by organizing His people, reminding us that order, leadership, and obedience are part of His holy plan. He doesn't just count His people, He knows them by name. Chapter 2, the arrangement of the camp. The Lord said to Moses and Aaron, "The Israelites are to camp around the tent of meeting, at a distance from it, each of them under their standard and holding the banners of their family. On the east, toward the sunrise, the divisions of the camp of Judah are to encamp under their standard. The leader of the people of Judah is Nahshon, son of Amminadab. His division numbers 74,600. Next to him will be the tribe of Issachar. The leader of Issachar is Nethanel, son of Zuar. His division numbers 54,400. Then the tribe of Zebulun. The leader of Zebulun is Eliab, son of Helon. His division numbers 57,400. All the men assigned to the camp of Judah, according to their divisions, number 186,400. They will set out first. On the south side will be the divisions of the camp of Reuben under their standard. The leader of Reuben is Elazar, son of Shadur. His division numbers 46,500. Next to him will be the tribe of Simeon. The leader of Simeon is Shelumiel, son of Zurishaddai. His division numbers 59,300. Then the tribe of Gad. The leader of Gad is Eliasaph, son of Duel. His division numbers 45,650. All the men assigned to the camp of Reuben number 151,450. They will set out second. Then the tent of meeting and the camp of the Levites will set out in the middle of the camps. They will set out in the same order they encamp, each in their own place under their standard. On the west will be the divisions of the camp of Ephraim. The leader of Ephraim is Elishama, son of Ammihud. His division numbers 40,500. Next to him will be the tribe of Manasseh. The leader of Manasseh is Gamaliel, son of Pedazur. His division numbers 32,200. Then the tribe of Benjamin. The leader of Benjamin is Abidan, son of Gideoni. His division numbers 35,400. All the men assigned to the camp of Ephraim number 108,100. They will set out third. On the north will be the divisions of the camp of Dan. The leader of Dan is Ahiezer, son of Ammishaddai. His division numbers 62,700. Next to him will be the tribe of Asher. The leader of Asher is Pagol, son of Okran. His division numbers 41,500. Then the tribe of Naphtali. The leader of Naphtali is Ahira, son of Enan. His division numbers 53,400. All the men assigned to the camp of Dan number 157,600. They will set out last under their standard. These are the Israelites counted according to their families. The total number in all the camps is 603,550. The Levites, however, were not counted among the other Israelites as the Lord commanded Moses. So the Israelites did everything the Lord commanded Moses. That is the way they camped under their standards, and that is the way they set out, each of them with their clan and family. God placed every tribe with purpose and order, each one positioned around his presence. Even in the wilderness, he is a God of structure, direction, and unity. Chapter 3, the Levites set apart. This is the account of the family of Aaron and Moses at the time the Lord spoke to Moses on Mount Sinai. The names of Aaron's sons were Nadab the firstborn, Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. These were the names of Aaron's sons, the anointed priests who were ordained to serve as priests. But Nadab and Abihu died before the Lord when they made an unauthorized offering in the wilderness of Sinai. They had no sons, so Eleazar and Ithamar served as priests during the lifetime of their father Aaron. The Lord said to Moses, "Bring the tribe of Levi and present them to Aaron the priest to assist him. They are to perform duties for him and the whole community at the tent of meeting by doing the work of the tabernacle. They are to take care of all the furnishings of the tent and fulfill the obligations of the Israelites by doing the work of the tabernacle. Give the Levites to Aaron and his sons. They are the Israelites who are to be given wholly to him. Appoint Aaron and his sons to serve as priests. Anyone else who approaches the sanctuary is to be put to death." The Lord also said to Moses, "I have taken the Levites from among the Israelites in place of the first male offspring of every Israelite woman. The Levites are mine, for all the firstborn are mine. When I struck down all the firstborn in Egypt, I set apart for myself every firstborn in Israel, both man and animal. They are mine, I am the Lord." The Lord said to Moses in the wilderness of Sinai, "Count the Levites by their clans and families. Count every male a month old or more." So Moses counted them as the Lord commanded. Here were the names of the sons of Levi: Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. These were the names of the Gershonite clans: Libni and Shimei. The Kohathite clans: Amram, Ijar, Hebron, and Uziel. The Merarite clans: Mahli and Mushi. These were the Levite clans, counted according to their families. To Gershon belonged the Libnite and Shimite clans. All the Gershonite males a month old or more numbered 7,500. They were to camp on the west side of the tabernacle. To Kohath belonged the clans of Amram, Ijar, Hebron, and Uziel. The number of males a month old or more was 8,600. They were responsible for the care of the sanctuary. They were to camp on the south side. To Merari belonged the clans of Mali and Mushi. The number of males a month old or more was 6,200. They were to camp on the north side. Moses and Aaron and his sons were to camp to the east, in front of the tabernacle. They were responsible for the care of the sanctuary on behalf of the Israelites. Anyone else who approached it was to be put to death. In total, the number of Levites counted by Moses and Aaron at the Lord's command was 22,000. The Lord said to Moses, "Count all the firstborn Israelite males a month old or more and list their names. Take the Levites for me in place of all the firstborn of Israel, and the livestock of the Levites in place of the firstborn livestock of the people." So Moses counted all the firstborn among the Israelites, and the total number was 22,273. The Lord said, "Take the Levites in place of the firstborn, and for the 273rd firstborn who exceed the number of Levites, collect 5 shekels for each one. Give the money to Aaron and his sons as the redemption price." So Moses collected the silver, 1,365 shekels. He gave it to Aaron and his sons as the Lord commanded. The Levites were set apart to serve God, to stand in the place of the firstborn, and to care for what was holy. Even in the smallest details, God shows that every life has purpose and every act of worship matters. Chapter 4. Duties of the Kohathites, Gershonites, and Merarites. The Lord said to Moses and Aaron, "Take a census of the Kohathite branch of the Levites, by clans and families, men from 30 to 50 years old who come to serve in the work at the tent of meeting. This is the work of the Kohathites. When the camp is to move, Aaron and his sons are to go in and take down the shielding curtain and cover the ark of the testimony with it. They are to cover it with hides of sea cows, spread a cloth of solid blue over that, and put the poles in place. They must cover the table of the presence with a blue cloth, place the plates, dishes, and bowls on it, along with the bread of the presence. Then they are to spread a scarlet cloth over them, cover that with hides, and insert the poles. They must cover the lampstand with a blue cloth and all its accessories. Place them in a covering and put it on a carrying frame. The golden altar is to be covered the same way. Everything from the sanctuary is to be carefully wrapped and prepared. Eleazar son of Aaron is to be in charge of the oil, incense, grain offering, and the anointing oil, as well as the entire tabernacle and everything in it. When the camp moves, Aaron and his sons must finish covering the sacred articles. Only then may the Kohathites come to carry them, but they must not touch the holy things, or they will die. The Lord said to Moses, "Assign to the Kohathites their duties, but do not let them go in to look at the holy things, even for a moment, or they will die." The Lord said to Moses, "Take a census of the Gershonites by their families and clans, men aged 30 to 50, who will serve in carrying the curtains, coverings, and ropes for the tent of meeting. Their duties are under the direction of Ithamar, son of Aaron the priest." The Lord said to Moses, "Count the Merarites by their families, men aged 30 to 50, assigned to carry the frames, crossbars, posts, bases, tent pegs, and ropes for the tabernacle." Also under the supervision of Ithamar, Moses, Aaron, and the leaders of Israel counted all the Levites. From the Kohathites, 2,750 men. From the Gershonites, 2,630 men. From the Merarites, 3,200 men. Each man was assigned his task and burden to carry, just as the Lord had commanded through Moses. Each Levite had a role, a weight to carry, and a sacred duty in God's house. Nothing was random. Every task mattered. In God's presence, obedience and order go hand in hand. Chapter 5. Purity, restitution, and the test for unfaithfulness. The Lord said to Moses, "Command the Israelites to send away from the camp anyone who has a defiling skin disease, a discharge, or has become unclean through contact with the dead. Send them away so they will not defile the camp, because I dwell among the Israelites." So the Israelites did as the Lord commanded Moses. The Lord said to Moses, "Say to the Israelites, If a man or woman wrongs another in any way and is unfaithful to the Lord, they are guilty and must confess the sin. They must make full restitution for what they have done, adding a fifth of the value, and give it to the person they wronged. But if there's no relative to receive it, it belongs to the Lord and goes to the priest, along with the ram for atonement. All sacred contributions the Israelites bring belong to the priest. Each offering is theirs to give, but once given, it belongs to the priest. The Lord said to Moses, "Speak to the Israelites and say, if a man's wife goes astray and is unfaithful to him, and there is no witness and she is not caught, but the husband feels jealous and suspects her, he is to bring her to the priest, along with an offering of barley flour. The priest will bring her before the Lord, prepare bitter water that brings a curse, and uncover her head. He will place the offering in her hands and hold the bitter water in his own. He will put her under oath and say, if you have not been unfaithful, may this water not harm you. But if you have, may the Lord cause your body to waste away and make you a curse among your people. He is to write the curses on a scroll and wash them off into the bitter water. Then she is to drink the water. If she is guilty, it will bring a curse and her body will waste away. If she is innocent, she will be unharmed and able to have children. This is the law of jealousy when a wife goes astray or when a husband is suspicious. The priest is to carry out this law exactly. Then the man will be free from guilt, but the woman will bear the consequences of her sin." God calls his people to live in purity, not only in body, but in relationships, honesty, and faithfulness. He dwells among them, so their lives must reflect his holiness. Chapter 6. The Nazirite, Vow and the Priestly Blessing. The Lord said to Moses, "Speak to the Israelites and say to them, if a man or woman wants to make a special vow, a vow of separation to the Lord as a Nazirite, they must abstain from wine and fermented drink. They must not drink vinegar made from wine or any fermented drink, nor drink grape juice or eat grapes or raisins. For the entire period of their vow, they must not eat anything from the grapevine. During the time of their separation, no razor may be used on their head. They must be holy until the time is completed. They must let their hair grow long. Throughout the period of their dedication, they must not go near a dead body, not even if their father or mother dies. They must remain consecrated to the Lord. If someone suddenly dies beside them, defiling their hair, they must shave their head on the 7th day, and on the 8th day bring 2 doves or pigeons to the priest. Then they must rededicate themselves and start the days of their vow over. When the period of the Nazirite vow is over, they are to be brought to the entrance of the tent of meeting. They are to present offerings, a year-old male lamb for a burnt offering, a year-old female lamb for a sin offering, a ram for a fellowship offering, along with grain and drink offerings. After the priest presents the offerings, the Nazirite is to shave their head and burn the hair under the sacrifice of peace offerings. Then they are released from their vow and may once again drink wine. This is the law of the Nazirite, a vow of dedication to the Lord. The Lord said to Moses, "Tell Aaron and his sons, this is how you are to bless the Israelites. Say to them, the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. So they will put my name on the Israelites, and I will bless them." The Nazirite vow reminds us of the beauty of voluntary devotion, choosing to be set apart for God, and the priestly blessing speaks to every heart. God sees you, keeps you, shines upon you, and gives you peace. Chapter 7. Offerings for the dedication of the tabernacle. When Moses had finished setting up the tabernacle, he anointed and consecrated it and all its furnishings, as well as the altar and its utensils. Then the leaders of Israel, the heads of the tribes who had overseen the census, brought their offerings before the Lord. They brought 6 covered carts and 12 oxen, 1 cart for every 2 leaders and an ox from each. The Lord said to Moses, "Accept these from them to be used for the work at the tent of meeting. Give them to the Levites as their service requires." So Moses distributed the carts and oxen among the Levites, 2 carts and 4 oxen to the Gershonites, Preu 4 carts and 8 oxen to the Merarites, but none to the Kohathites, because their service was to carry the holy things on their shoulders. Then the leaders began to bring offerings for the dedication of the altar. They brought their gifts 1 liter per day for 12 days, each representing a tribe. Though their offerings were all the same, each leader brought his gift before the Lord in his appointed time. Silver plate and silver bowl filled with fine flour and oil, a gold dish with incense, a young bull, a ram, and a male lamb for burnt offerings, a male goat for sin offering, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, and 5 male lambs for fellowship offerings. Each tribe brought the exact same gift, but each offering was received individually, a testimony to the personal devotion of every tribe. On the first day, Nahshon, son of Amminadab of the tribe of Judah, presented his offering. On the second day, Nethanel, son of Zuar from Issachar. On the third day, Eliab, son of Helon from Zebulun, and so on until the 12th day, when Ahira, son of Enan from Naphtali, brought the final offering. All the offerings for the dedication of the altar totaled 12 silver plates and 12 silver bowls, 12 gold dishes, 12 bulls, 12 rams, and 12 male lambs for burnt offerings, 12 male goats for sin offerings, 24 oxen, 60 rams, 60 male goats, and 60 male lambs for fellowship offerings. When Moses entered the tent of meeting to speak with the Lord, he heard the voice speaking to him from above the atonement cover on the ark of the testimony between the 2 cherubim, and the Lord spoke with him. Each tribe brought the same gift, but each offering mattered. God receives what is given from a willing heart, and he speaks to those who draw near. Chapter 8. The lamps and the Levites set apart. The Lord said to Moses, "Tell Aaron, when you set up the 7 lamps, they are to give light in front of the lampstand." So Aaron did this. He set up the lamps facing forward on the lampstand, just as the Lord commanded Moses. This lampstand was made of hammered gold, its base, shaft, and flowers, according to the pattern the Lord had shown Moses. The Lord said to Moses, "Take the Levites from among the Israelites and make them ceremonially clean. Sprinkle them with the water of purification. Then they must shave their whole bodies, wash their clothes, and cleanse themselves. Have them take a young bull with a grain offering and another for a sin offering. Bring the Levites to the front of the tent of meeting and gather the whole community of Israel. There present the Levites before the Lord and have the Israelites lay their hands on them. Aaron is to present the Levites before the Lord as a wave offering from the Israelites, so that they may be ready to do the work of the Lord. Then the Levites are to lay their hands on the bulls. Use one for a sin offering and the other for a burnt offering to make atonement for them. After that, they are to come to work at the tent of meeting. They are wholly given to me from among the Israelites. I have taken them for myself in place of the firstborn males of Israel. Every firstborn male among the Israelites is mine, whether human or animal. For I struck down all the firstborn of Egypt, but set apart the Levites in their place. So I have given the Levites as a gift to Aaron and his sons to do the work at the tent of meeting and to make atonement for Israel, so that no plague will strike the people when they come near the sanctuary." Moses, Aaron, and the whole community of Israel did with the Levites just as the Lord commanded. After the Levites were purified and presented, they came to do their work at the tent of meeting under Aaron and his sons. The Lord said to Moses, "This applies to the Levites. Men 25 years old or more shall come to do the work at the tent. But at age 50, they must retire from regular service. They may assist their brothers in performing duties, but must not do the work themselves." So Moses followed all the Lord's instructions. God called the Levites to a life of service, cleansed, set apart, and wholly given to him. Those who serve near the Lord must be made holy because he is holy. Chapter 9. The Passover and the Cloud of God's Presence. The Lord spoke to Moses in the desert of Sinai in the first month of the 2nd year, after the Israelites came out of Egypt. He said, "Have the Israelites celebrate the Passover at the appointed time. Celebrate it at twilight on the 14th day of this month, in accordance with all its rules. So Moses told the Israelites to observe the Passover, and they did on the 14th day at twilight, just as the Lord commanded. But some men were ceremonially unclean because of contact with a dead body, and they could not celebrate the Passover on that day. They came to Moses and said, "Why should we be kept from presenting the Lord's offering just because we're unclean?" Moses replied, "Wait until I hear what the Lord commands." Then the Lord said to Moses, "Tell the Israelites, if any of you or your descendants are unclean because of a dead body or are away on a journey, they may still celebrate the Passover. They are to do it 1 month later, on the 14th day of the second month at twilight, with unleavened bread and bitter herbs. But no one may delay the Passover without a valid reason. Anyone who is clean and present but fails to celebrate must be cut off. And if a foreigner is living among you and wants to celebrate the Passover to the Lord, they must do so according to the same rules." On the day the tabernacle was set up, the cloud covered it. From evening till morning, the cloud looked like fire. That's how it continued. The cloud covered it by day, and at night it appeared as fire. Whenever the cloud lifted from above the tent, the Israelites set out. Wherever the cloud settled, there they camped. At the Lord's command they set out, and at his command they camped. They obeyed the Lord's instructions given through Moses. Sometimes the cloud stayed over the tabernacle only a day, sometimes many days, even a month or a year. But whether short or long, they only moved when the cloud moved. They stayed in step with the presence of God. God reminded his people to honor the Passover, a symbol of his salvation and mercy. And through the cloud, he showed that he was always with them, leading them day by day. Those who follow him must wait when he stays and move when he moves. Chapter 10. The silver trumpets and the journey begins. The Lord said to Moses, "Make 2 trumpets of hammered silver. Use them for calling the community together and for having the camp set out. When both are sounded, the whole assembly must gather at the entrance of the tent of meeting. If only one is blown, the leaders, the heads of the clans, are to assemble. When a trumpet blast is sounded, the tribes on the east are to set out. At the second blast, those on the south will set out. The trumpets are to be blown by the priests, Aaron's sons. This is to be a lasting ordinance. When you go into battle in your land, sound the trumpets. It will remind the Lord your God of you, and you will be saved from your enemies. At festivals and appointed feasts, you are to blow the trumpets over your offerings. They will be a memorial before your God. I am the Lord your God." On the 20th day of the second month, the cloud lifted from above the tabernacle. The Israelites set out from the desert of Sinai and traveled from place to place until the cloud came to rest in the desert of Paran. This was their first journey, and they moved according to the Lord's command through Moses. The divisions of the camp set out in order. First the banner of Judah, then Reuben, then the Levites carrying the tabernacle, then Ephraim, and finally Dan. Each tribe marched under its standard, just as the Lord had instructed. Moses said to Hobab, the son of his father-in-law, "Come with us. The Lord has promised good things to Israel." But Hobab replied, "No, I will go back to my own land." Moses pleaded with him, "You know where we should camp. Be our eyes. If you come with us, whatever good the Lord gives us, we will share with you." So they set out from the mountain of the Lord and traveled for 3 days. The Ark of the Covenant went ahead of them, searching out a resting place. The cloud of the Lord was over them by day when they set out from the camp. Whenever the ark set out, Moses said, "Rise up, Lord, may your enemies be scattered, may your foes flee before you." And whenever it came to rest, he said, "Return, Lord, to the countless thousands of Israel." With trumpets, cloud, and ark, God led his people forward, not in confusion, but in divine order and presence. He went before them to prepare the way, and he remained with them to guide each step. We've now completed Numbers chapters 1 through 10, the opening of Israel's wilderness journey. In these chapters, God brought structure to his people, established leadership, assigned sacred duties, and reminded them that his presence is both near and holy. Whether through censuses, offerings, or the moving cloud, God was teaching them and us to listen, to wait, and to follow Him with trust. If this journey has blessed you, please like, share, and subscribe to Jesus Leads Bible Journey. Let God's Word continue to guide your steps as we follow His voice through every chapter of Scripture. Stay with us for Part 2, Rebellion, Judgments, and God's Faithfulness. Until then, may the Lord bless you and keep you.